This tutorial is going to create a trigger that spawns enemy units every time another enemy unit takes damage. So you're going to open up the map editor, and the first thing we're going to do is create some terrain. So click on the terrain tab and hit texture and go down to type, and it should say grass. And I'm just going to use a really big brush and create a big block of grass by holding down the left click. So the next step you're going to want to do is to create some doodads, some trees. So hit on doodads, and in the search bar I just hit tree, and any tree is fine. It picks from a bunch of different trees, so I'm just going to put a few trees over here where I'm going to have my units spawn. It's too many trees. So after you're done with that, you're going to create 2 points. So click on the points tab and hit space. This will allow you to place points. So left click, it's point 1, and then I'm going to have point 2 over here. Now the next step is going to be create the friendly units. Hit on the units tab. I'm going to create Marines. So place 3 Marines, and they're all player 1, all friendly. And then I'm going to create 1 enemy Marine, the triggering unit. I'm going to go ahead and double click on him and change him to hostile. Now the next step is going to be editing the trigger. So you're going to go to the trigger tab, and it's going to say melee initialization. Now you're going to only want to keep one of these. So delete, delete, delete. It should only leave you with start the melee AI for all computer players. Now you're going to want to right click in this area and hit new element. This will create a new trigger. We'll call this trigger 1. So you're going to create a new event. So right click on events and hit new element. You're going to go into the category of unit, and unit takes damage. So any unit takes fatal or non-fatal damage. So we're going to change any to a preset value of the hostile Marine. And you want to change this to non-fatal so they don't spawn when the Marine dies. That's all you need for that. Just leave the other 2 options alone and right click on actions and hit new element. You're going to go to the unit category again and create units facing point. So create 1 unit, change unit to, I'm going to put roaches in. Let's create 1 roach for player 15, because that's the enemy player team. And this is where those points come in handy, point 1 facing the triggering unit, which is the enemy Marine. That's all you need to do with that action. Now you're going to create another action, and I'm going to create an explosion as well at point, and change the point to point 2. And one more thing is new element, new action. You're going to click on the trigger category and stop the trigger. So it stops all instances of that trigger. Change trigger to trigger 1, the value of trigger 1. Alright, now you're going to minimize that and go ahead and test the document.